Welcome back to Finish Line Night 2. I didn't put this in my message yesterday, but we're still learning how to make films and we put copyright songs in them. Because of that, some places can't watch Finish Line. I know yesterday's you couldn't watch it in Japan, and there will be ads running through the videos because of all the copyrighted songs. I'm not calling out anyone, I'm one of those people, so it's okay. Like I said yesterday, after tonight's show, I'll be posting the voting ballots. I'll be up for 3 days. You can vote for films in different categories. And then we'll make another video, an actual live stream, reading out the winners. Well, with that said, I hope you guys enjoy the show. There will be a message from someone, and Alex Kern will introduce the entirety of the show. Well, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Finish Line 2020. Congratulations all you second years, you made it to third year. My name is Marco, a TA to many of you, or as some of you might know me, hey, it's that guy. I'm here to introduce Finish Line to you. So I want to start off by first thanking Ariana and Alex for putting all of this together. While we may want to be in an auditorium watching the films on a big screen, with a good sound system, off a projector, in these trying times, we can't do that. And so this is the next best thing. They put a lot of work into this, and so have all of you. I've seen the films, and they're wonderful. Congratulations to you all. Now that you're done your year, I hope you'll take the time to engage with the arts as much as you can. Read important literature. Listen to 7 Inches, and of course, indulge in the finest of cinematic entertainment. Once again, I want to congratulate all of you on participating in Finish Line this year, on completing your second years, and I hope to see you all next year in third year. Be good, stay safe out there, and remember, keep making movies. What else are you going to do this summer? Take care, everyone, and enjoy the films.
Welcome back. And if you're tuning in for the first time, good on you. Tonight we have another lineup of some awesome second year films that we made. Some more docs, some more alts, and definitely some more features. I'm going to spare you the pithy comments tonight and just say that our lineup is just as good as last night. So we hope you stick around. Who knows? You might like something. You might want to take it home. You might want to pet it and feed it and cherish it forever. But anyways, I'll stop now so we can get on with the show.
Susan Jane, what's the matter with you? Why is everyone else having such a good time when you're not? Why do they always leave you out? Do you look different? Is it some way you act? What makes you the outsider? The outsider, the one nobody asks.
It's fun to eat supper with your family, especially when there is good food on the...
Can't do it. Might be bad for you and the baby. How about here?
Oh, no. That's too close to Aunt Helen. You know, if she ever heard we went through and didn't stop. Besides, getting trapped at a relative's is the last thing. Oh, see, there's...
Adam's conflict. For all its... You were right. Their clash cleared the... For a reason.
What now? We'll soon know, because here comes Mother. Bill isn't feeling well, so he didn't eat anything bad today, did he? No time to waste. Gobble down the orange juice. The eggs. Splash it on. One big gulp of the eggs. Fun to eat family.
Free word association. Free word come to... I can't say that. Run, slum, hum, fum, fuck. No. Clay, how you doing? Are you coming here? You early? We talked about this, the revisions for the improv. No, I know. It'll only take like 5 minutes. It's just a precaution, okay? Okay? Man in joy, man in fear, man in despair.
This is an announcement for Improv in the Modern World final performances for Charlie Schwartz and Dubin. Will be located in room 105 in 10 minutes. Thank you.
Wait, hold out your hands.
Okay, thanks.
This is good. This is great. This is fantastic. I think, Click, I think I've done it. This is human. This is humanity. No, I know what you're about to say. And it's only fair. If I were you, I'd be asking the same question. But this, well, it's nothing like last time. Last time was, well, you remember last time.
been through some good times together. It's so sad that our crossroads end here. I'll miss us. What do you say we go riding down the Old Town Road once more for old time's sake?
Wait, no, that's... What was that?
I don't know. Your face reminds me of cement drying.
No time. On to the meat of our cake. Pop quiz. Fill in the blanks. When performing an improv scene, do not
Block
blank.
the scene.
There you go, you got it. You have very impressive response time. You'd be great working in the ER. Now, don't let it get to your head, all right? Moving on, acting. How does someone act authentically?
I don't know.
You have to know. You're a living, breathing person. You just have to put it into words. Psst. All right, think about it. You're living life in a third-person perspective. Why do you see? Why do you walk the way you walk? Why do you breathe like that?
I don't know. I just do, I guess. There's no thought.
You have to. You do it every day. You do it nearly every second. How do you do that authentically? All right? Imagine you're me. Breathe like me. Okay? In. No. That's out. Calmer. Lighter. Way lighter, way lighter. You're not getting it. Clake, it's probability. It's chance. When you're out there, you're competing against millions. Millions. It's brutal out there. There's no time for errors. Errors automatically equal rejection. You have to optimize your resources to obtain the best odds. It's fundamental on how you mathematically hack life. It's reassurance.
Have you ever made anything that you're proud of?
Ooh.
Okay. Tell me one thing about the treatment.
Okay, well, in the first page, it goes in depth on how to walk like a human, because humans walk mathematically. They have angles in the arms and legs.
Why does that matter?
Well, it's precise, it's accurate, it's how we are. It's more than they even asked for.
Why does that matter?
Clake, I honestly think this will get us a 90, maybe even a 98. It's just that good.
Why? 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 What? Why? Why? Why?
Clake, I made this for you. This thing, because there's no way I could have followed what your whacked out brain you could have done on stage. It would turn out fucking absurd. It's shit. No one's gonna get it. It's hard enough to not look stupid, up there. Everyone looks so fucking stupid. doing improv. That's why you script things to look normal. Please, just normal.
That's the point.
Please leave your bags outside the classroom door.
What? Oh, yeah, it's fine. I'm working on it now. Sure, Saturday.
What's wrong with you, Joseph? You've frozen over, a petrified slave to an all-consuming lack. You've sprouted an abscess, Joseph, an immutable chasm that begs to be lanced, to be touched. The closer you get, the larger it grows. A pus-filled abscess permeates the world, a desire great enough to overshadow all. Maybe the abscess sprouted Joseph, a splinter of a shattered whole. Joseph begs to be lanced, to be...
Joseph, my boy, could you help me with the door? I think it's stuck.
I thought you weren't coming till Saturday.
You saw it right. Lost track of time, have we? Joseph, I think there's something blocking the door.
It's because you never knock.
Oh, worried I might catch you in a compromising position? Have you been eating enough? I wouldn't want you to go hungry. Joseph, what is this?
I had to start over. It wasn't right before.
What exactly wasn't right about it? It looked fine to me.
It just wasn't right.
Joseph, I admire your perfectionism. Hell, I probably wouldn't have got to where I am today without having some of it myself, but there comes a time when you just have to settle for what you have.
Not this time. I'm not letting this go.
Oh, you don't need to be so melodramatic. Maybe you're just expecting too much from it. Maybe you just need to take a break from it.
Don't say that.
All I'm saying is...
Don't!
All right. All right. You know, I've been getting a little worried about you. It's been a while since you called.
What do you want me to say? Just can't have any distractions right now.
I know, and I understand that. But maybe once in a while you just give your old mom a call?
Yeah.
You know, we still have some of your old paintings. Some of them are really good. I love the one of your father and I.
Is this conversation really pertinent?
Oh, Christ, Joseph, I'm just trying to talk to you. Is there something wrong with a mother having a casual conversation with their son?
While I'm working? Absolutely. There's absolutely something wrong with that.
Joseph, with all due respect, you can't have been working that hard if it's taken you 4 months to paint this bloody thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be cruel. I'm not trying to punish you. I just think maybe it would be best if you came home. I'm just not sure that this is healthy.
If you want to cut me off, do it. Okay, don't act like it's for my own good.
Joseph, I've given you a lot of leeway over these past few months, and with all due respect, you have nothing to show for it. I take no pleasure in saying this, but someone has to tell you the truth. Look, your father loved you, I love you, but you're not getting anything more from me until you make something. I don't care what it is. I don't even care if it's good. Just make something.
Mom. hurt, fucking hurt and die. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. Who am I? A child of God and a sinner beyond salvation. A fleshy bundle of sensory organs, a continuous stream of memories. A rational animal, a fish who grew legs. Another step on the long stairway to perfection. I'm 25 years old, a scrawny white guy. I've got brown eyes and bad skin. I'm a mediocre artist with rich parents. I'm bleeding. I am potential. An eternal question mark. A cluster of self-assertions scattered across time and space. I am a self-sufficient, self-determining, magnificent mongrel of mind and body. A nimble-footed dancer waltzing with the void, a godless architect of good and bad, a lover of life. I am I.
My name is Freddie Aronofsky, and I'm a professional musician. Yeah. I actually do have a professional music thing to do, but it's like just emailing. Should I like do a phone call? That's like more interesting.
So I guess as a performer, you aren't only performing, you've got a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, I teach music, and I work and mentor young songwriters and young bands. And then I also do like that kind of work, but for like adults and like professional bands. So I do like arranging and vocal coaching and stuff like that.
I hope the first ever one is still in here. I pack my bags, no looking back. It's time to stop and slow down. Love is my home. That's somewhere else. This is my story of success.
I never fucking wanted for anything growing up. Like, my parents are like, you know, my dad was a high school music teacher and conductor in like community orchestras. My mom's like a registered nurse, and she also played in community orchestras. And we never wanted for anything. And I could take any lessons I wanted. I could study as many types of dance as I wanted. I could study whatever music I wanted. I could have whatever musical equipment I wanted. I could have whatever sheet music I wanted. I could do what I could fucking live my fucking dreams. You know what I mean? And not everybody has that privilege. So, of course, they want to fucking make that happen. I'm not like in the music business in the traditional sense of being in the music business, but I am a musician and I'm an artist, and I can have my own narrative and have people respect me for what I do, because I do what I do really fucking well. And it doesn't matter if you don't fit into a certain idea, and it doesn't matter if you go to an audition and like you were bad that day. Doesn't matter. It's a lot more forgiving. Like, it's all about, like, making your own work, blah, 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 blah. It seems like so much work, but it's just like, that's, if you're not making your own work and doing your own stuff, then you're spending that time, like, sucking the proverbial dick of someone else who's doing that. So you might as well fucking try and make something that's, I try and have a dream that's not super self-serving. Try and have a dream that's, like, serving the community, that's, like, leaving the world a little bit better than when you came into it. There's a lot of people in their 30s and 40s now that, like, just you can't afford to live on your own. Like, minimum wage and wages haven't caught up with inflation. It's just, like, a fucked up period of time right now. So just, like, people can't afford to live. And soon, anybody who is trying to do something creative, which is an underpaid area of industry, won't be able to live in the city. So cities won't be creative hubs anymore. If things keep going how they're going to go.
Only way it's
evil.
A very bleak time, and it's like very undervalued. What people like, if you don't have formal training, you're not in a professional setting, and you're in a DIY setting, which is still there's like thousands of people who do it.
Even formal training, like,
yeah,
nothing guarantees nothing. Yeah.
So how do you find the ability to stay positive throughout all this negativity?
Pills, weed, fucking.
Love of the game.
Love it.
Making music itself helps.
I like to make music, but sometimes I feel like I don't get to. I'm miserable all the time though, so it's just like, I was miserable when I tried to go into other avenues. Like, I'm fucking miserable no matter what I do, so might as well just, like, stick to my guts and be like, this is the least miserable I'm gonna be. Oh, Steve, you're really speaking my inner monologue right now. Yeah. I've never heard him do vocals.
It's too stressful for me to try to make money off of music, so I have a full-time job. I have a 9-to-5 job, and so that's.
He's amazing.
He's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really killing it. Yeah. You should talk to Steve, really.
Yeah, Steve owns this fucking building, like, you know? Maybe, I don't know, I guess my advice is inherit a building.
Did he inherit it? I don't even know.
I don't know, I fucking make shit up all the time. It's a web of lies. Why don't we start, can we play some music?
If she's a blonde woman and sings, tell her to get out. No, I'm just joking. My only advice is I'm sorry. Good luck, and good luck.
I would say just start. Like, just do music as much as you can. Just practice. Just get your 10,000 hours, just do it.
If you love music and you love playing music and you want to be part of that community, then do it.
If you want to get together with your friends and rock on the weekend,
yeah, but if you want to do it to like be noticed or like get chicks or whatever people
or dudes
think, or dudes or whatever, don't do it.
I mean, if you just keep trying, like it'll eventually work out, like to some degree. You won't get rich or famous, but like if you want music to be a part of your life, then
guys, this band's gonna make it. Come on.
No, we're gonna be so rich and famous.
We're gonna make it, guys. Good trick. Thanks for tricking all the other people out of trying. Yeah, our competition. so freaking yes!
This or that, this or that, this or that. I can only be that. I should only be that. I remember the first lesson I was taught, to be quiet. Age 3, sat down in front of the TV, mouth taped shut. Little body with big eyes, learning. Five. Don't tell anyone. I told everyone. No one listened. It's my fault. 6. Sit properly, back straight, legs closed tight. The less space you take up, the better. 7. Too bossy. No one likes that. Be quiet. Lesson 2. Don't fight. 8. I let him hit me until he broke skin. They said he did it because he liked me, but next time, hit back. Defense lessons. Now she's too aggressive. No more of that. Back to square one. 9. They say, don't hug the boys anymore. They might feel what's blossoming within. Don't hug the men either. 10. Too tight, too short, don't stick your chest out, don't slouch. 11. Be quiet, listen, be happy. Lesson 3. When can I talk? 12. Not now. I should have said something. Too late. 13. Too thin, 14. Too tall, 15. Be quiet, 16. Too smart, 17. 13. Almost perfect. 14. 18. Not quite 19. Enough. Not enough. Not enough. Afraid. Still speaking. Be quiet. 21. You should smile more. 22. I love you.
Who is Mr. Gordon to you?
To me, Mr. Gordon is a really good, really great teacher and leader, especially for Eco Club.
Mr. Gordon has definitely influenced my life by teaching me how to become environmentally friendly myself.
He presents a lot of opportunities like the climate strike for you to participate in.
Very impactful for the environment.
From Eco Club, he gives a lot of ideas on how to help contribute to the community and makes me think about things that I could do to help contribute and make an impact on the community and just help everyone around me.
He led by example, and the example that he showed made me a better person.
My name is David Gordon, and I'm a secondary teacher at Dunbarton High School. I've been teaching at Dunbarton since 1991. Inadvertently, as a kid, I spent a lot of time outside, where again, I would run around outside, go canoeing and that kind of stuff. And I probably didn't really realize at the time, but that really imprinted on me a love of being outside. Growing up, I had a couple of excellent mentors. One was my high school environmental studies teacher, Janice Palmer. I don't know why, but I signed up for her environmental science class, and the moment I got in there, I'm like, okay, this is my kind of thing, right? Because it wasn't just a reciting of facts, it was a critical look at the way things are, which I kind of like doing, and when you're a teenager, a critical look at the way things are appeals to your righteous indignation and cynicism and all those things that have you when you're 17. In university, I worked with youth a lot in my summer jobs, so I was like a canoe tripping guide, a counselor at residential camp, a director at day camps, so I kind of had that experience with working with young people, and I enjoyed it. I like being around young people. So I think that plus I need a job is why I became a teacher. The state of our climate is bad. It's really difficult to animate people to care about it because it's like a slow burn. Environmental change is like that. It rarely sort of shows up like a fatal disease. It's a slow burn of incremental change over time. And it's often distance, it's distance in time, the really bad stuff is down the road, but it's also distance in space too, that the bad things that are happening now, by and large, aren't happening to us. They're not happening to most Westerners, and they're certainly not happening to most middle-class people. Now, what's our biggest problem now? I'm upset because I can't go skiing, right? Because I want to go skiing, I love skiing, I like playing in the snow, and there isn't any, and yesterday it was 11 degrees and pouring rain in January, and it shouldn't be, right? Perhaps people of your generation, what we see out there right now is normal or typical, and it's not, right? But it is kind of typical for your experience. It's what I think you've grown up with mostly. Winter comes and goes during winter. When I was your age, no, winter came, and it stayed. There's some pretty dramatic things going on right now. I think perhaps that the fires in Australia might galvanize something. We'll see. We're tied into a way of living, and it's delivered a lot of good stuff for us, and we don't know how to change it. We don't know how to what else to do, and we're very much afraid that we'll lose the good stuff that we've got, right? Whether it's reliable food supply or the income necessary to take care of your family. My role at Dunbarton has evolved, and what I finally figured out or stumbled upon about 15 years ago, that what I'm particularly good at, or lucky at being good at, I don't know what the answer is bridging the school and community, is getting kids out of the school, getting the community into the school, and I do most of that in an environmental context, and hopefully making the school a bit of a community hub for environmental stuff. So officially I teach science and cooperative education. I run Environment Council. I'm one of the teacher advisors for it, which is just kind of this big group of kids that as much as we can, we try and engage in community stuff, and we also try and make the campus a really diverse green space, which I think it's becoming. We're probably at 140 trees planted in the last 12 years. I've kind of lost count. About 35 different indigenous species. I can get kids out into the community, go to events, give them some skills like CPR, first aid, and go to university and colleges where they have to make decisions. I'm also helping out with the cross-country ski team too, when there's snow. It's actually been super gratifying for me. It's kind of an extension of my overall philosophy that the point of education is to engage people in what you might call real world activities. And it's enormously gratifying to see the kids just run with it, and they want to be trusted to, you know, independently do good things. So my hope is that students who I've had some influence on will somehow build sustainability into whatever it is they end up doing in their lives.
My name's Dana Kiriakou. I'm a university student. I go to the University of Guelph and I study environmental sciences, majoring in ecology. Mr. Gordon was amazing. Honestly, I'd say he was probably the biggest thing that influenced me to pursue environmental science, because yeah, I had a cottage and I loved nature and stuff, but he kind of taught me things that I only learned from him. I will remember Mr. Gordon as a very amazing person, because not only did he teach me and a lot of other students of certain environmental techniques and things I never knew about, but he really influenced me going into environmental sciences.
What I've realized over the years is that their youthful energy and enthusiasm is hugely important to me. So you talk about impact, that's the impact, is they are, it's a gift really, I finally figured it out, to have that energy, that enthusiasm, that questioning, just that kind, and they're not like stuck in a particular way of being, they're exploring, they're curious, as being in that kind of environment is the impact on me. I don't care if you remember me, right? Take the future and find a way to live it in a way that's more sustainable and that keeps you happy. That matters a lot. So don't remember me if you don't need to. If you want to, great, you can use me as a memory. Go out there and do stuff. Do the right thing, to quote Spike Lee.
私の名前は羽尾清と申します。年は現在71歳です。15歳の時に剣道を始めましたので、57年間剣道をやっていることになります。そして1972年にカナダに移住しました。今48年になります。First, I became vice president of Ontario Kendo Federation. Then Canadian Kendo Federation's president said, "Hey, can you come to CKF?" So I became manager or something. So I worked for 6 years for CKF. We did the international tournament in Toronto in 1999. After the war, the American military or government denied Japanese play kendo. So we couldn't play kendo. And then slowly, gradually, it came up. I was 15 when we started. Around that time when I started, we didn't have a TV yet, but we had like a story on the radio. It's called Red Do Suzunosuke, Aka Do Suzunosuke. So we run home and every day listen to that story. There's one very memorable match that I still remember. It's my very first match. And amazingly, it finished in 30 seconds. And obviously I lost. It took me 30 seconds and I was totally out of my breath. So tired and don't even remember what happened. How could this happen? 30 seconds, I lost 2 points. It was quite a shock. But that didn't discourage me. I was like fascinated. What's this all about, you know? So it actually made me more interested in kendo than giving up. So my first wife was my kendo student. She was 17 years old. So then we married when she was 19. And after that, every 2 years, 4 babies came. When they were kids, you know, I couldn't manage any other way that one kid to volleyball, one kid to swimming, one cat. So no choice, kendo, everybody. So the routine is I pick them up, go to kendo, and then they hate it. They're whining in the car, and they always ask, so what do you like to have a lunch? Then McDonald's. Okay, McDonald's. My youngest one hated the most. I said, why we have to do kendo? Then the daughter, the next youngest one, said, because Papa is a sensei. But I said, you know, you are under my support. When you start the university, I treat you as an adult. So you pick whatever you want to do, but be responsible for yourself. This is an interesting story that one winter day, all my Kendo friends were talking about, hey, let's get together, Winter, there's not much entertainment, right? So one of the Kendo friend worked for a fish company. So he said, yeah, let's have a sushi party, and I'll bring all the fish. So then said, hey, you're not doing anything, so you come a little early and help us. So nobody had experience, but we had a wonderful time. And somebody said, hey, why don't you start sushi bar? At least one good thing, you will never go hungry. So I said, yes, that's it. It's amazing that in 1970, I think, the first international tournament was held in Japan, and 73 was in California. And so we participated from second time. I don't know how many countries participated, but not many. But now, 40, 50? It's growing so fast, and Korea is being the number one rival to Japanese, right? When you look at their matches, it's very hard to distinguish the difference. There are lots and lots of exchanges. Korean people visit Japan, Japanese go there. And the same thing is happening even with China. I hear China, many Kendo clubs there. So I hear that their Kendo level is improving very rapidly. It's so fast. I myself is struggling how to deal with the University Kendo Club here in Canada. In Japan, it's like the place I came from is very structured. But here is sometimes you wonder, is this really the serious Kendo club or maybe social club? You see so many people when Christmas parties happening. But the regular practice is, but they live in far away in Mississauga or so. So I feel bad pushing them too hard to come. There's some degree of disappointment because, that guy looks good, and I hope he comes every, practice. I never see him. Then what can you do, right? Everybody has different situations. I just want to see as many serious Kendo players. I think only one time that I seriously thought of quitting when I lost to beginner in Shai when I was at the high school. Before the big tournament, we have an internal a tournament to pick who's going to go to the tournament. Once I lost against this beginner, and I was so shocked, ashamed of myself. I wrote a letter to my sensei from high school. But the sensei says, that's part of your growing up, so don't give up, keep going. Any other sports, I believe that if you keep practicing, maybe you will not be a world champion, but you can come to a certain level. As you get older, the win or lose doesn't really matter so much. And when you improve like your skill and understanding of it, then your enjoyment will be more intense and deeper.
What's up? This is Arlo. Leave me a message. I'll call you back. What's up? This is Arlo. Leave me a message. I'll call you back.
Hey, it's Elsie. I'm not really sure the right way to say this, so I'm just gonna go for it. Arlo,
The
I've been
voicemail
thinking
person
that.
you're trying to reach. Full. Right.
Hello? Hey, Rosie.
Oh, hey, Elsie, what's up?
Nothing much, just warming myself up to the idea of setting myself on fire.
What?
Hey, you remember that 7th grade favor you owed me? Yeah, I'm calling it in. Can you come and run me over with your car?
I'm busy. Where are you?
The usual spot. I'm kind of having a mental breakdown. You were supposed to bring your car.
Well, the windshield will take like 20 minutes in fog and weather like this. You would have froze to death.
That's the idea.
Thought you wanted me to fire again?
Or a tired one. I mean, how are you going to run me over with your bike?
Like this?
Rosedale is... yeah, she's fucking crazy. I've known her my whole life, and I can honestly tell you her trip to the psych ward is a little overdue. She's loud, she's jumpy, and she has a habit of screaming in your ear. She's just a mess. But she always has my back. And she's my best friend.
All right, hop on. Fine. You're lucky I have a soft spot for you.
Arlo is disgusting. He's rude, he's gross, he's disgusting, he's messy, and he's disgusting. He doesn't have a filter when he speaks, and I swear he's always wearing the same pair of boxers. I don't actually know if he owns a different pair. I guess there's the ones with the penguins. Anyway, he's the worst, and every day I want to go back to when I first started dating him and punch myself in the gut. Ew.
Well, good luck. Call me if you want to go for Constellation hot chocolate after.
You're coming with me. You're my moral support.
It's your relationship. I'm not being dragged into your breakup.
That's what friends are for. Plus, if you were a really good friend, you would have broken up with him for me. I'm not even asking that much of you.
Oh, hi, Elsie. Wasn't expecting you so early in the morning.
It's noon.
You want to come in? You guys want to play Go Fish?
I can't do this anymore.
Hey, Go Fish never gets old.
No, not the game. I think we should break up.
Where is this coming from? It's because of her, isn't it? I know you don't like me.
Oh, please. Elsie can make up her own decisions about who she does and does not like.
Yeah, fuck you. I can make my own decisions.
What did I even do? Or should I be asking you?
Good question, Arlo. What have you ever done for Elsie?
What do you know, Rosedale? Just because you two are joined at the hip doesn't mean you understand our relationship.
I know about you. You're just a sad little...
Would you shut up just all the time? Blah, 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 blah. You're not involved, okay?
So much better than you together. You can't just do your dishes.
Stop it! Both of you. I need a minute to think. Come with me.
You are proving my point.
Point this. This is not going the way I wanted.
No shit. It's a breakup.
Why can't he just accept the fact that it's over and move on?
Be honest with me, Elsie. Are you breaking up with him because of all the card games?
What? No. You told me to break up with him. Remember when we got drunk last week?
You're blaming me for this? I just got into a screaming match with your boyfriend defending your ability to think for yourself.
You wanted me to break up with him. Now you're mad at me for doing it?
I'm mad at you for bringing me with you to do it. Sometimes you just need to stand up for yourself.
I hate it when we fight.
At least this will be your last one.
I mean you and me.
Elsie, you've put me through so much. I go along with all of your stupid
bringing you
whims.
here was a bad idea. Why do I even listen to your advice? This will teach you to have a soft spot for you.
A soft spot? There's not a single part of you that's hard. You're just all Fontanelle, baby.
I'll show you hard. If you don't take it back, I'll burn you!
Lorna Catherine Iverness, give me that lighter right now!
Hey! Ow!
You know
What
I can
the
hear
fuck?
you through the door.
This is none of your business!
This is my house! You get out! You were right, Elsie. We're done.
Hey, is this the lighter I got you for our graduation? I didn't know you still had it. How hasn't it run out of fuel?
I refill it.
Sorry for calling you a Fontanelle. I think you're a fully formed skull.
I think you're a fully formed skull too. And you were right about Arlo. I'm better off without him.
We should go for that hot chocolate now. I'm freezing.
Sounds good, Fontanelle. Okay, but you gotta admit, he was really hot.
We need to work on your taste in men.
Okay, so now what? Zipper?
doors. Here she is, Empress 11. Let's see if we can get a quick interview before she gets up on stage. Rose, how are you feeling tonight?
Fine, and you?
Are you having a great time?
Excellent time.
What a wonderful walk-in, or
Thank
drive-in,
you.
I might say.
Thank you so much.
Well, we'll let you go. We'll talk to you later.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
My name is Freddie Day, aka Empress 11 Rose of the Imperial Court of Toronto. I was Born in St. Jamestown, Toronto, partly raised up north. Moved here when I was 14 years old. My mother didn't approve of my identity in society as far as being queer back then. And so I came here and built a life here. It was hard, it was very difficult. A lot of hurdles had to be passed, acceptance of all cultures and life, and it was a rough time for a lot of people with the AIDS epidemic.
That's great. It's a nice photo.
It's plain Jane.
Mm-hmm. Almost looks a bit like Judith Light.
The first time I ever did drag on stage was at Boots and Buds. And somebody recognized me that I could do a wonderful Anne Murray. By then I had my papers, my acting, and I entered a contest as Anne Murray and I won $1,000 cash. Everybody was upset because I, first time on stage, and where did she come from and what is she all about? I never had a stage name, so I was wearing a Rose kind of pantsuit, so I just decided to call myself Rose. That's my mom. My mom was a beautiful woman in her day. Very cameo, very Marilyn Patsy Cline kind of look. So she would put on a Marilyn Monroe wig and the little white dress and play the music and run around the living room thinking she was that, Marilyn Monroe and stuff. I guess that's where I got the entertainment side of me. And I said to myself one day, I can do that if I put my heart and soul into it. These are just court titles from the court. I got a better insight of what TICOT was really all about. It's a charity organization that helps out the community. Took an interest in it and then started off the little titles and then worked my way up the ladder to the big title, being Empress. Pictures, 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 pictures. I was never a 24-hour drag queen like an actor. When I'm Fred, I'm Fred. When I'm Rose, depending on the situation under the circumstances, the venue perhaps, I'm a character. I'm trained to be that character of Rose. If you were to come to my home, you would not see Rose, you would just see Fred. This was my campaign. Play the game of love, set the dream in motion. Vote for Rose. And all of my sponsors. See? And my schedule. Campaign schedule. Jeez, this is old. I decided to run for Empress 11 because I had previous titles in the court system. It was about raising money, and I knew I had the production skills, and it was actually the founder, the widow Norton, first Empress of the Imperial Court System, who said, you have potential. I never really wanted to be an Empress. You have to have faith and believe in yourself, and the rest just falls into place. My father was a very giving, humble, loving person. If he was here today, you would understand him more, because I can't speak for him, but later on in life he took me in and helped me out until he found out I was what I am, not who I am. But he didn't understand that back then. He caught me with a friend, and the next day he told me to get out. But then as time rolled on and he learned to accept me, he just said to me, I don't care what you do in life, Freddie, or what you are, just don't come down with the AIDS virus and things like that. And I tried to explain to him, that's what I do, Dad. I raise awareness and I do charity work to help out gay men and women to advance and hopefully find someday that this disease will disappear. Being Empress is a very demanding, humble position to your community. If you're called and you're needed, you might have to cancel something, you might have to do this, because when you step into that position, you have to realize what you got yourself into. I would not do it all over again. I've taken different routes of how to volunteer as Fred. Everybody knows I've retired from the world of drag. I volunteer at ACT. I volunteer at MCC Church. I volunteer at the 519, and that's all to do with Fred, rather than putting on a dress and saying, it's all about me. It's not all about me. It's about us and people. I can do what I want to do as Fred without having to be Rose. I can put my energy elsewhere and still do what I humbly do from the heart, which is the gift to help out other people.
What play are you acting in?
It closed tonight.
Which one?
The one I was in. What time is it?
Oh. It's only 2:10.
Only? Oh, it's time for Kitty to be in bed. So you won't forget me?
Thank you. Can I see you again?
Oh, sure, sometime.
Well, if you give me your telephone number.
I haven't got a phone.
Well, may I write you?
That's the address.
There you go.
You didn't want to ask me if I wanted breakfast?
I did. I said I was making a special breakfast for your sister's special day, and you didn't answer. So if you want something to eat, you can go make.
Well, she stole my locket again.
Is that true, Tristy? Did you steal her locket?
No, Dad. Why would I want an ugly necklace like that anyways?
Exactly. Why would you, right? How about you leave your sister alone and let her enjoy her birthday?
Oh, come on.
All right. I've got enough on my mind that I do not need a headache from the two of you today. Okay? Okay? I'm gonna go take a nap.
Getting older means you become more mature too. Guessing is the second part, huh?
Hey, brat.
Happy birthday to you too. Oh wait.
Open your Instagram. I saw zit in your photo. What? No editing this time?
I don't see anything.
No. Look Look again. Yeah. Give it back. Now.
Why is it so important to you?
Why do you care so much? You literally ruined everything special in my life.
Well, I lost the locket at school, okay? Now leave me alone. All you do is nag at me. Stop trying to mother me.
God, you're such a spoiled little princess. Let's see what Dad has to say about this, huh?
No, Violet, I'm
sorry. Like how you were. Do me a favor. When you're grounded, keep your things and your tears off my things. Dad? Dad?
Okay, what can it possibly be this time?
Tristan stole my locket.
I thought I asked you to stop accusing your sister of stealing things. But nothing has changed in 10 minutes.
No, I have proof that she stole it.
Okay, where?
She posted a photo on Instagram. See?
What am I looking at?
You deleted it. I'm gonna kill you.
What? Can't you just leave your sister alone?
But
No, stop it now.
I'm the only one telling the truth here, all right? Just tell him.
Okay, Tristy, what? Did you?
No, she's lying.
Bullshit!
Oh, watch your mouth. What am I gonna do with you? I take away your phone, I stop you from seeing your friends, and nothing works. You gotta grow up.
I hate you.
Okay, that's it. You've lost your driving privileges. You're not touching my truck for a month. Now
Dad,
go up
I
to your
need
room.
your car.
Oh, the hell you do.
It's February 10th.
It's your sister's birthday.
Mom.
Yeah, Mom.
I need to go visit her.
It's Tristy's special day. Why do you gotta make it about somebody who's long gone?
I wish you would have known I was dead.
Hey. It's your special day. I want you to do whatever you want. Okay, just do it.
Never knew pain could grow.
No, feeling grows. You know, that's the important thing. Feeling.
Violet.
Get out. You've done enough to ruin my life.
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking about how you would feel when I took it. I just wanted something that was Mom's.
Thank you so much. That fixes everything. It doesn't matter anyway. You lost her locket, so.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. What was Mom like?
You know how Dad's like?
Yeah.
The opposite of that. He wasn't always like that. Before Mom died. But when she left us and she left you, he took it hard, I guess. Should be told it's hard for me to start remembering her. much every day it gets harder and harder too. But when she was pregnant with you, we'd watch these old black and white movies that we get from the library. And when she got really pregnant and she didn't want to go anywhere, we watched the same one over and over and over again. I just miss her.
I never heard anyone talk like that before.
Oh, well, there aren't many people you can talk to this way. So you keep it to yourself. You walk around with everything bottled up.
Yeah, that's right. That's the way it is with me, too.
So my name is Caitlin Greco, and I'm an artist, and I'm a second-year visual arts student at York University, and I like to paint. When anything goes wrong, like I just get like really good ideas to paint. Like when things start to fall apart, it just like it drives me to do it instead of like any other coping methods, because like this would be the most suitable coping method compared to when I was younger. I used to self-harm a lot, so like painting really helped get me away from it, and my mom always like pushed me to do it too. It was just, I don't know, it was just always hard, because I was always like a sad like kid. I'm still sad, but painting just kind of took my mind away from it for a while. It's the only time I don't feel like I want to die, honestly. It's the only time I'm kind of chill and no one really bugs me. And it's like I'm in my zone. No one can come in my room and disrupt me. It's just me. And like when I'm not painting, that's just kind of when everything goes wrong. So I know if I'm constantly painting, like nothing can happen. Like nothing bad will happen. A lot of those days I cry for like a few hours. And then at that point, like, if I can't, like, cry about it anymore, like, I go find something to do, like, maybe I'll go smoke, maybe I'll go, like, paint, think of something, like, I just need to do, like, things. I'm not very good at picking good coping methods, but I'm still, like, trying to learn to find, like, a correct one. Like, because I do tend to use, like, weed as a coping mechanism, and like, yeah, like that could definitely get out of hand. And like I used to use like self-harm as a coping method, and it 100% would get out of hand, because you never know if like you take it too far, if you make like a cut too deep, like you could like end your whole life and you don't even mean to. So when I was younger, in like grade 2, I remember I bought this book. It was a how to draw book for superheroes, and I had to draw Superman, and I had to draw him to the T. But I remember this girl told me it wasn't that great, so like I made it my life goal to literally do art. I literally started being an artist because she told me I couldn't, so I did it out of spite. And now I'm a university student for art. Got bullied a lot, and even going into high school when I started dating people, like there was very toxic relationships and like very difficult situations, and people would put me in very difficult situations, and I became like very, very mentally ill. So now I deal with like borderline personality disorder and bipolar disorder, depression and anxiety, and like it's really hard to keep going every day because honestly, like I'll wake up and I definitely just want to like end it all, and like I don't want to do it, but like I gotta keep living because I have to. And it's hard to like continue to live life like that, thinking that it's gonna like get better, and everyone tells you it's gonna get better, and it kind of doesn't. Like you just kind of keep going, I guess. I am very grateful for the family I have because I love my family uncontrollably. I would do anything for them. But no, I am absolutely not happy. And I don't think I am the type of person that's meant to be happy. But it's just kind of how life is. I think I'll find peace, but I wouldn't necessarily I don't think I'd find happiness, maybe contentness. Just I think I'll find a balance, but I don't think I'll be 100% happy. How I see myself still like painting in like an apartment or something, but still smoking, but like just painting and smoking and just doing my thing, but that's not what I really want to do. I want to be able to get my life together and teach, because I feel like if I just sit in my room and paint and smoke, I'm gonna let mental illness get the best of me, and it's gonna eat me away, and I'm not I'm not doing the most with my life. I want to be able to give back and like help other people. And like if I can teach high school art, that'd be sick. Because you know, like I can always talk to the kids, like whatever problems they have. Like I'm not really judgmental because like whatever they've done, I've probably already done it. In regards to like even how like mental illness is perceived these days, like no one talks about psychiatric disorders like at all. No one talks about borderline or bipolar or schizophrenia or like multiple personality disorder. No one whatever people like say about it, they all think very negatively. And I think people with like illnesses like this, like we're misunderstood, but there's so much more to us, and we're so like different, and like some of us could be doctors and lawyers, and like me, like I paint, but like there's other people who are just doing things with their lives, and like people who are mentally ill, like we're not just ill, we're not just beings that are sick, we do things, we go out, we don't just have like manic episodes. We live life, we get happy, we have relationships, we do normal things. And I think it's just very important that like people like remember like people with like illnesses like this. We're not like crazy, we're not like messed up, we're like different, but we're not like crazy.
All right, I'm gonna tell you something about judges. They don't like crybaby, pussy bitches. All right, so you're not gonna be his fucking bitch. You're gonna look him in the eye and you're gonna keep it dry. You might even cut your sentence down to 7 years, 6 if we're really lucky. They respect that. Miles. Miles. Not even fucking listening to me. This isn't a goddamn soccer pep talk, okay? This is insider facts that I did not have the luxury of knowing when I was up. Forget the farewell, alright? She's not even gonna remember it.
No, Dad. Just give me a moment.
Be back by 8. We're already gonna have to boot over.
Should I tell her that you're gonna be by soon? You know, somebody's going to have to. Hey, Gran.
Clay?
No, Gran, it's me, Miles.
Oh, Miles, come in, come sit. Oh.
Do you want some potato?
Leave it. Come closer. You going somewhere special today?
I mean, sort of, yeah. I'm not gonna be able to stay very long today, Gran.
It's your graduation.
No, Gran, you were there for that.
Please tell me your father isn't taking you to his trial.
No, Gran. Dad's not on trial now. Listen, I have something to...
Is he outside, your father?
No, he couldn't make it. He was at work. You know he'd be here if he could.
Lord, you'd think his mother would be a little bit more important. Bring him with you next time you come.
Okay. It's good. Look, it's good.
I don't need it. Another day here is going to be my last.
Gran, think of how much time Alice spent making this for you.
You spend some time with Alice and see what she's like. You and your father both.
Come on, Gran, don't be like
Now,
that.
don't you get snippy with me, young man. I put up with enough of that all day long with that blathering woman. And your father, when he decides to show his face. What a role model he is for his son. Throw away the toy when it's old and worn. That's what your father thinks. Even after I put up with all of his... Dad? What right does he have? After everything I've done for his son, you better not be going to his trial.
I've already told you, he's not on trial.
Same old thing. Every week, same nonsense. Here, let me see that. Yeah, I've told you about the time when you were 4 or thereabouts.
Once or twice, yeah.
Yeah. I'd gone into town for the morning. Just a few hours. Mind you, it was long enough for him to lose you. 9 o'clock in the morning is a fine time to be drinking away the weather. But you were so little. We could just tuck you up under one arm. That's probably how you slipped away so easily. When I got back, I looked everywhere for you. But you were just gone. And the look on his face when he realized, I don't know how long we were looking for you, but we had half the block out on the street going up and down the alleys hollering looking. And when I found you in the neighbor's garden, of course, you didn't mean any harm by it. You were just out hunting those little birds, the
Robins.
robins. Everyone was going out of their minds looking for you. And there you were, just sitting quietly, watching the robins in the trees. And when you saw me, you looked up and you laughed. Yeah. You laughed. Is that your father?
No, it's just a friend.
He's taking you to his trial.
For God's sakes, I told you he's not on trial.
For all the drivel he taught you, knowing how to be a good liar was not one of them. You know, that woman, Alice, she tells me when my children are up to no good. He's going back inside. I just know it.
Gran, please.
I won't raise his children just to have him lock me away in here like I'm the one on trial. If he wants to treat us like that, then he's got to come and tell it to my face.
He wasn't arrested.
There is a trial. You can't deny it.
It's not his trial. Gran. I've got to go away for a little while.
Where? Not with your father.
No, not him. I have something I need to do. I have to go.
But you only just got here. Well, you'll come back later.
I don't know. No, probably not.
Well, you'll visit soon.
I don't know when I'll be able to. Look, it's not because of Dad. He didn't do anything. This is mine. I don't know what to tell you.
How long is it gonna be?
I don't know. Maybe it won't be as long as I think. Maybe I can swing by later this week.
Oh, you shouldn't scare an old woman like that.
You're right. I'm sorry. I've got to get going.
Oh, my little lost boy.
I'll see you soon, alright?
Angel Belsu, and I go by Z. I'm 19 years old. Like, as long as I can remember, I've always liked singing. I have a lot of family members that like play instruments and stuff, so I grew up like just being around music, I guess. But it's never something I thought I would be doing, and until recently, I didn't really tell people that I liked to sing, and then one day that changed.
At least for tonight, yeah, tonight.
I don't know, I guess I've never really been that confident in my singing abilities, and I guess it's because as a kid I had a friend who was known as the singer and I was the dancer, and I didn't know that you could be more than one. I've been playing the ukulele for about 6 years. I got my first ukulele when I was 13. I am self-taught. Yeah, I'd be sitting on my bed and on my phone I'd be watching YouTube tutorials on my favorite songs at the time. The ukulele is a pretty happy sounding instrument. It's gentle, and a theme in my songs is just being me being sad. So I think the combination of sad lyrics and a happy sounding instrument just works really well together. My favorite part about writing music is that it's just for me. It's my own thing. This little book means a lot to me just because it has every lyric I've ever written, every song I've ever written, and just ideas for songs, ideas for lyrics. It just has everything in here.
Big girls aren't supposed to cry, but I do most every night. Most every night.
I do have a stage name. My friends call me Z, and I met a friend in university who started calling me Sleepy Z because I was tired all the time, and I just thought it worked really well. I definitely think it has a connection to my music. When I think of my music, I do think it has a sort of dreamlike undertone. The first song I ever wrote is called Soft, and it's about someone I had a crush on. This crush was really intense, and telling people I had a crush on this person wasn't enough, so I wrote a song about it. And it means a lot to me, not only because it was the first song I wrote, but because it was the first time I experienced not being able to express myself through only words. And it's probably one of my favorite songs I've written. I don't know, it's really vulnerable, but also really honest, and I don't know, I just really like that song.
I love when you push up your glasses. Your laugh is my favorite sound.
When I was writing Soft, it was definitely just about how can I express what I'm feeling and how intensely I'm feeling it. And I never intended to show it to anyone. It was really just for me. Soft is almost like a diary entry. It feels like it's been like something I was just writing about a boy, and I ripped it out and then I added a chord progression. After I wrote Soft, it was definitely like, I don't think this is terrible, but still I wasn't planning on showing anyone. And then one night I did end up showing my friends, and they were really supportive. And I'd say in that moment after showing it to them was really the moment where I was like, maybe I could do this.
You're so soft, it makes me sad. Your love too hard, I wanna be your last. You're so soft, just the way I like you. If I can't have you,
I'm excited for the future because every day I want it a little bit more and more. But I'm scared. I think I'm scared of... I don't know what I'm scared of. Yeah, I really don't know what there is to be afraid of.
if you ever start to doubt, listen to remind yourself.
Eventually, one day I'd like to possibly put the music out. And just as of right now, I'm just trying to take it one step at a time.
I hope my song will do. I just wanna show you all the little things I like about you.
It's so fuzzy.
Bebop.
No. No. Why
Men great till they gotta be great.
What were you saying, bebop?
Because it goes beep bam bam Oh my god.
Well, fostering Gaina, she came to us about a year and a half ago with her sister. They were both teens, and Joanna graduated, so she moved out.
We have this one. We have Cecilia's. We have that one.
My name is Gaina. I'm in foster care. I am the foster daughter of Mary and Jim Beerley.
So roll it.
I actually have always wanted to foster since I was a girl. I always wanted to be able to take a child and make a difference in that child's life. And as you get older and things get harder, life gets harder, and you realize there's a lot of children that need helping, and we can't help them all, but we can help one or two or a few of them and make a difference in a few children's lives. And we just thought that by taking some children into our home and loving on them and having our own kids love on them and establishing the relationships, they would be better equipped to handle life, because most kids that are in foster care are in foster care because they've had some hard knocks in life. And if we can make any difference at all and help them to be able to take life on as an adult and be successful, then that would be great.
It feels really good to be part of the Bailey family, actually. They are very welcoming people, very understanding people, very nice people. Me and my sister, being black, we're not supposed to be with Caucasian people because the way it goes, they try to fit you with your race because they don't want to take your culture away from you.
When my parents decided to foster, I was really excited, specifically just because I have never been an older sister, so I was like, this is gonna be so much fun. Like, I'm gonna have a chance to be an older sister instead of the youngest one all the time. Having foster children in the home has definitely made me more aware just about my surroundings, and like, you don't really know what a person has been through just by meeting them, or even in school. Like, you see them, they go to your classes, they laugh, they eat, they whatever, and they go home, and nobody really thinks about who they're going home to, and it could be either a bad family situation or it could be a foster situation, and you just never know. And I think fostering has definitely opened my eyes to different situations that people can be in that you just would never know unless you took the time to ask.
When we were thinking about taking in children into our home, we didn't realize that taking in the children meant also having a relationship with their biological family as well. And some of the parents are a little bit resentful that we have the children in our home. And so the relationship with the parents was difficult and is difficult at times.
In foster care, basically we get money for hair, for clothing, and allowance. And the foster parent would sometimes take that away from you. And that was one of the reasons why I left my first foster home, because of that situation. So that was one of the challenges that I have faced. And also in that family, I felt like I was not really welcomed. Even though that family was a black family, I didn't feel like I was a part of the family. So it made me feel like an outcast all the time.
I think the only thing that I've seen that is sometimes detrimental to the children is when they're moved from one foster home back to the biological family, and then to another foster home, and sometimes back to the biological family and to another foster home. And the instability can really be disruptive to the child, and it is a problem.
When someone new comes in our home when I'm away, the family dynamic is so different. When someone's missing, I know that they've gotten used to the family dynamic without me, and so me coming in, I'm afraid can kind of like rock the boat a little bit. So I get a little bit nervous just thinking about if they're gonna adjust to me being home or like me, or if I'm gonna make them, like I said, make them feel weird. And I never want that to happen. So I try my best to make them feel as welcomed as possible and like as normal when I come home, because I have to remember, even though I'm coming home to people I know, they are meeting me for the first time. And so it can, I don't know, I guess it can be a little bit scary on both ends.
What's the one?
And that's a sign of me not calling you back.
Yeah. That one.
Family to me means being with the people that you love and accept.
Oh my gosh. Stop it.
Family is not really, oh, well, my family is here or my family is there. It's just, if I'm with the people I love, then I'm with family, and it doesn't matter if it's blood-related family or if it's not.
Family means to me loving, caring, understanding. There's nothing like someone who understands you and accepts you, even if you don't have the same bloodline as them. They're willing to be there for you, no matter how many times you go wrong. And sometimes it gets really overwhelming for me because of the past that I've went through. And sometimes I try to think like, Mary and them are really not doing this because they want me here. They're doing this for the money. Because I feel like that attention that I'm getting is too much. And I take it as a bad way, but it's really a good thing.
Don't text me, tell us straight to my face. Best friend sent me down the salon chair. Then this is the sound of me not calling you back.
It's just the people that are there for you and the people that understand you. That's what family means to me.
Roll it up. Roll it up. Can you do B? Can you do B? Roll it up.
Our daughter's favorite movie is Lilo and Stitch, at least it was growing up. And in that movie, if you're familiar with it, he talks about Ohana, which means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. I think it's a movie line. It's a quote from a silly movie, but I think that's part of it. So while they're here with us, they know that they're not being left behind. They're not being forgotten.
Nobody is left behind. Nobody is forgotten. We're all in this together, to quote another movie. And yeah.
Lamborghini. No, she's thinking of Lamborghini.
Oh,
and the one with the lights inside.
We take our grumpy days, we take our good days. We try to laugh a lot. We try to not take ourselves too seriously, poke fun at each other, poke fun at ourselves, and take it one day at a time.
Soon, so no, not yet. Oh, never mind. Char's here. Yeah, just call me when you get there. Okay. Yeah.
I booked an appointment, but it didn't matter. They just take you whenever they feel like taking you, apparently.
You're acting like you've never been late before in your life. Here.
You decorated without me?
What was I supposed to do, Char?
You said Mom wasn't gonna get here until 4:30.
3:30, so you've got about a whole 10 minutes.
Shit.
So, what was the appointment for?
A blood test. I'm like iron deficient or something.
You know who has amazing levels of iron? Me. I swear it's like these prenatals. I'm like chock full of vitamins.
I don't get why you want to have a kid so bad.
I mean, 5 years is the recommended amount of time to wait after marriage.
Okay, but what's wrong with a cute dog?
If I'm gonna take care of something that requires as much attention as a baby, it's gonna be a baby. Plus, babies don't chew on your shoes or poop all over the carpet.
Maybe it's just me, but I feel like Kevin's got shoe-eating genes in him.
Oh, come on.
What I'm trying to say is that kids are just what married people do when they've checked all the other boxes.
No, Kevin and I have always wanted to have kids.
Oh, come on. Kevin's a man-child who plays about 10 hours of video games every night. I'm surprised he even has time to attempt to have a baby.
Jesus, Charlotte.
Have you ever considered that maybe you guys just aren't ready for this?
Just because you don't want to have kids doesn't mean everyone else shouldn't have them.
I have something to tell you. You're gonna be mad.
I wouldn't.
I'm pregnant.
I don't believe you.
I know it's last minute, but I need a ride home from the clinic tomorrow. I would take myself, but I can't drive after all the drugs.
You want me to what?
When I went to the doctor today, she said I needed someone. I could find a way there. I just need to be picked up and somewhere to stay after. I'm sorry.
As much as I would love to take you to get an abortion, I actually have to work tomorrow.
Well, I don't know who else to ask. I obviously can't tell Mom.
I can't believe how selfish you're being right now.
I said I was sorry. And just because you want to get pregnant doesn't mean everyone else should.
First of all, don't you dare throw that back at me. And second of all, she's gonna be here any second, so we're gonna have to talk about this later. I can't believe you're telling me on Mom's birthday.
You know what? I'm allowed to be selfish. It's my fucking body.
Spare me the feminist bullshit, Charlotte. This is so typical of you.
Excuse me?
You're literally asking me at the last possible minute, fully expecting me to help you. What if I say no?
You're supposed to help me.
Says who? Newsflash, Charlotte. Life has consequences.
Oh yeah? Well, what about you?
What about me?
You're just with Kevin because he was the first financially stable guy who could stand you long enough to propose. I doubt you even love him.
Fine. Kevin's a little immature, but he loves me.
But do you love him?
Of course I do. But sometimes you just have to do the responsible thing in life to get what you want. And you're one to talk about love getting knocked up by do you even know?
That's literally what I'm doing. I'm trying to be responsible about
Well, being
it.
a slut isn't responsible, Charlotte.
Oh, fuck you, Kara.
Fuck you.
And here's a newsflash for you. Children won't fix your shitty marriage.
You know what? I don't care about my stupid marriage. I spend thousands of dollars so a doctor can shove a turkey baster up in me. I only have sex with my left leg up because that's what Women's Health tells me to do. I don't drink. I take my temperature every day. I go and get blood tests every month. I know the exact moment my body even thinks about ovulating. I know my cycle better than a fucking astrologist. In fact, I even read my prenatal zodiac chart. I want to be a mother more than anything. And here you go, getting knocked up in one stupid...
You don't think I know that? How many times do I have to apologize?
Shut up, Charlotte.
Holy shit! What do you even want me to say?
Nothing, because you don't even mean it.
You're such a bitch!
I'm the bitch?
That's what I said, isn't it?
If you abort that child, I hope you're never able to have one again.
That's why you can't have any, because you're a stupid cunt that doesn't deserve any! No, hey, Kev. Yeah, sorry, I guess we weren't looking at our phones. I mean, I don't care, rosé is fine. Do you want anything, or I guess you're not drinking, right?
I don't think either of us should be drinking, given the circumstances.
Yeah, no, you're right, she doesn't want anything. Yeah, sorry again. Bye, Kev. I thought about it. You know, actually keeping it. But then I started to have these dreams like 2 or 3 times a night where I was pregnant, and every time I'd give birth, something bad would happen to the baby. And then I'd wake up and feel this intense sadness, but I also felt relief. And then I'd feel guilty for feeling this relief. I was just glad that I wasn't the one to make the decision I know I'm eventually gonna have to make.
So you've made up your mind then?
I can't have a child I don't want to be the pregnant girl at my college.
It doesn't matter what everyone else thinks.
When you get pregnant, there's gonna be so much happiness and love, and for me, the only thing Mom will feel is embarrassment. Just thinking about the disappointment in her eyes and the way you're looking at me right fucking now is so painful. Please, Carrie. Isn't this punishment enough?
Wow, the time just flew by, didn't it, folks? Can't believe we're at the end. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're friends, faculty, or random strangers on the internet. Part of a filmmaker's goal is to showcase their work. That's why we toil so much in darkness. And I know things are a little crazy right now, but I think eventually that we'll get the chance to make more films, better films. So thanks again. This is Alex Curran saying, stay safe, stay healthy, stay creative.